You're listening to the Harmony of We, a space for remembering what we already are together. I'm Greg Kuiper, counselor, author, and fellow traveler in this ongoing field of being human. This podcast isn't about fixing. It's not about getting relationships right. It's about coming into resonance with yourself, with each other, and with the presence that lives in between. This is where the book Relationship, the Harmony of We continues in breath, in story, and in shared awareness. Welcome again to the Harmony of We, episode 24, When Life Gets Loud. Over the past few weeks, we've been reflecting on the quiet foundations of lasting relationships. We've explored emotional safety, the gift of being truly seen. And last week, Ethan and Maya rediscovered pieces of their story through a forgotten box of memories. There was something comforting about that Saturday morning. They remembered who they had been. And perhaps in doing so, they found something of themselves again. But relationships don't unfold in still photographs. They continue moving. Work returns on Monday, calendars fill, phones buzz, laundry piles up, meals need preparing, parents need caring for, children need rides, projects have deadlines, life gets loud. And sometimes without either person intending it, two people who genuinely love one another begin living beside each other more than with each other. Not because anything is wrong, simply because the pace of life has quietly become louder than the rhythm of connection. So it's a Tuesday evening. Ethan pulls into the driveway nearly 40 minutes later than he expected. He sat in the car for a moment before going inside, finishing one last email on his phone. Inside, Maya is folding laundry while dinner simmers on the stove. She hears the garage door open. Hey, hey, they hug, briefly, warmly. Then life immediately resumes. How was your day? Busy. You? Busy. He smiles. What's for dinner? She laughs. I was hoping you'd know. Neither notices how quickly the conversation moves from one task to the next. Dinner, the dishes, a phone call from Lena, a reminder about a dentist appointment, the dog needs to go out, a bill arrives in the mail. By the time they finally sit down together, it's nearly 9 o'clock. They're exhausted. Ethan reaches for the remote. Maya curls up on the opposite end of the couch. Halfway through a television show, she glances toward him. He's asleep. She smiles softly, turns off the television, pulls a blanket over him, then heads upstairs alone. Nothing about that evening was unhealthy. No argument, no harsh words, no emotional distance born from resentment, just life. And perhaps that's worth noticing. Sometimes relationships don't drift because people stop loving each other. They drift because attention is quietly consumed elsewhere. Connection rarely disappears all at once. It fades one unnoticed evening at a time. It's Thursday morning now. Maya meets an old friend for coffee before work. Her friend asks a simple question. How are you and Ethan doing? Maya smiles. We're good. She pauses. I think. The words surprise even her. What do you mean? I don't know. She stirs her coffee slowly. We're just struggling. She searches for the word. Busy. Her friend nods knowingly. It's amazing how busy can become its own language. What do you mean? You start talking about schedules more than dreams. Maya sits quietly. You start coordinating life instead of sharing it. That sentence stays with her for the rest of the day. There are seasons in every relationship when logistics naturally takes center stage. Who's picking up the groceries? Did you pay the electric bill? What time's your appointment? Oh, can you grab milk on the way home? These conversations matter. They keep life moving. But if they become the only conversations, something important begins waiting quietly beneath them. Research from John Gottman suggests that healthy couples continue making what he calls bids for connection, small moments where one person reaches toward the other. A comment about the sunset, sharing a funny story, a sigh after a difficult day, a hand reaching across the table. These moments seem almost insignificant, yet over time, they become the threads that hold everyday intimacy together. The danger isn't busyness itself. The danger is becoming so accustomed to busyness that we stop noticing the invitations hidden inside ordinary moments. It's Friday. Ethan arrives home. He sees Maya working at the kitchen island, laptop open, bills spread across the counter. He almost walks straight upstairs, but instead, he remembers something. Not a technique, not advice, just a feeling. The Saturday morning they found the shoebox. The way time seemed to slow. He sets his keys down, closes her laptop gently. Maya looks up. What are you doing? I think we've been missing each other. She smiles. I was just thinking the same thing. He reaches for 2 mugs. Tea? She nods. No television tonight? No television tonight. They carry their mugs onto the back porch. The evening is quiet. Crickets. A light breeze moving through the oak tree. For several moments, they simply sit, neither trying to create an important conversation. Eventually, Maya says, I miss hearing how your mind works. He laughs. I've mostly been talking about spreadsheets lately. I know. I miss hearing about your heart. He looks at her. How is your heart? She smiles. Thank you. For what? For remembering to ask. Sometimes reconnection doesn't begin with a weekend away or a grand romantic gesture. Sometimes it begins with 10 unhurried minutes on a porch. A question asked without looking at a clock. A conversation that has nowhere it needs to go. Relationships aren't only nourished by time together, they're nourished by attention within that time. The following week, they made one small agreement. Not another obligation, not another item on the calendar, just one quiet practice. 20 minutes every Wednesday evening. Phones away, no television, no planning, no problem solving unless it naturally emerges, just conversation. Not because their relationship is in trouble, because their relationship is worth tending before trouble arrives. Weeks later, Lena stops by unexpectedly. She finds them on the porch. tea in hand, talking. She smiles. I feel like I'm interrupting something. Maya laughs. You are, but come join us. Lena sits, looks from one to the other. You two seem, she searches for the word, slower. Ethan grins. I think that's exactly it. We often imagine that relationships are strengthened by extraordinary experiences, vacations, anniversaries, big celebrations. And those moments certainly matter. But most relationships are actually shaped in the spaces between them. The Tuesday evenings, Wednesday conversations, Saturday mornings, ordinary walks, shared cups of tea. Perhaps the greatest challenge isn't finding more time. It's protecting the moments that remind us why time together matters in the first place. Because love doesn't ask us to escape ordinary life, it invites us to become fully present within it. This week, notice one ordinary moment you might normally hurry right past. A cup of coffee before work, a walk after dinner, sitting on the porch as the day comes to a close. Instead of filling the silence, share one question that has nothing to do with schedules or responsibilities. You may discover that connection hasn't been lost. It's simply been waiting beneath the noise. Healing begins in the space between us. May you walk in the harmony of we.